communication, people are communicating online and through text versus the phone. Like, who answers the phone anymore? Nobody answers the phone. Everybody's on Messenger, on DMs, on text messaging, right? Everybody's doing that. Because I know if I don't see a number I recognize, right? I'm not answering it unless it's a client. Right? If I see something crazy, I'm not gonna answer it. And that's most people, right? So just everything, the way we communicate has changed. So text messaging is very, very big. Master that. The daily ritual for most people is to wake up, look at their phone, and they're checking their messages, they're checking their social media, they're checking the email. So everybody got this device, and it's hung to their hip every second of the day. Another thing is social media is an investment to build your empire. All right, it's an investment in being a professional WFG agent, not an amateur. Amateurs spam people, professionals create relationships, right? And I'm going to talk about that today. Um, Also, it's an investment to never ever worry about running out of people to talk to. Like I said, you got millions and millions of people on your social media. If you look at your social media right now, how many followers do you have? How many friends do you have? Right? How many people are following you? And if you look at the number, it's in the hundreds. On average, most people have about 300 followers or are following about 300 people. Average, right? Some people have maybe 500, some people maybe have 1,000, but the average is about 300 people, right? You got to invest 1 to 2 hours per day growing your community, building your brand, and engaging with people. So I get us asked this question a lot. Well, which one do I use? Do I use Facebook? Do I Instagram, Twitter? Like, what do I use? So I'm going to show you what I've researched and what I found works. And so what I found is through Facebook, you can be specific on the type of people you're looking for, right? You can search by city. You can search by different criteria, and I'll teach you guys that. You can search by city. You can post different types of content versus just pictures with Instagram. You can share articles, you can share videos, you can share different types of posts. You can have Facebook groups where you're able to find people based on your interests, and we'll talk about that. You can learn more about people's mindsets and their interests through their posts. So because you're able to post more than just pictures, if I see someone posting a lot of political content and not a lot of personal content, I don't want to talk to them. They're negative, right? It's just all about politics. Or if they're negative and always complaining about life, I don't want to talk to them. Through Instagram, everyone's posting a selfie and they look happy. But you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Through Facebook, you can see a little bit more of that. So a lot with Instagram, it's a lot of private accounts. So if you're searching, you're gonna find a lot of private accounts through there. Another thing that's not on here, a lot of millennials are on Instagram, which is not bad. But what market are we trying to be in? The macho market. Married, age 28 and older, children, homeowners, right? Occupation of 80 grand or more. And guess where those people are? Facebook. The older generation are on Facebook. The younger generation are on Instagram. And the younger generation brings all the energy, but they still have to develop. Nothing wrong with that, but they still have to develop. Also, with Instagram, I found that you can use it more to post your personal life. You can use it for memes. You can use it for infographics. And you can use the stories to post the videos and then also the pinnacle milestones. So every Tuesday, every Friday, you're always posting like so-and-so got their $50,000 watch, so-and-so got their $100,000 ring. So I'm using the stories to post that information because I'm trying to create curiosity. Also, you can link the accounts Facebook and Instagram. You can link them, so you only have to do one post and then boom, it posts on both platforms, depending on what you're posting. Also, it's very limited for prospecting purposes. Again, because you can't see a lot of content. It's a lot of hashtags, but then you click the hashtags and then they're like in another country or something like that. So to be, we're only U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada, but our products and services that we use mainly is all U.S. products, right? So it's very, very limited to as far as your reach and how you can search. Instagram is great if you have a big following that's untapped. If you haven't talked about your business yet, that's a good warm market to have. And then also you can use it more to create curiosity because you can post pictures and use the stories. Now they have Instagram Reels where you can, post videos and talk about different things. Um, so that the 7 keys to success in social media is number one, you got to decide that you're going to do it, and you got to be consistent. So you got to post every single day. And so what I do is anytime I find a meme, anytime I find something that I want to post, I have in my gallery on my phone, I have pictures of stuff that I want to post. Any selfies, I save my selfies in the gallery, so that way every day I have something to post. And every day I have some kind of content to throw out there. I read a lot, so I take a lot of notes on personal development. So I'll just open one of my personal development journals and then I'll share something of that. But you got to be consistent and you just got to decide you're going to do it. It's just like prospecting. This has to be in your routine. And I hate selfies. I hate videos. I hated social media. I thought it was a waste of time. Who in the heck wants to see what you're eating? I don't want to know what you're eating, right? But I can continue in that, or I have to adapt, right? If I don't adapt, I'm gonna be broke because we're in a new era, and the way we do stuff is totally different. So you just gotta commit and decide that you're gonna do it. Another thing, you gotta have patience and you gotta build rapport with your audience. I'll talk about that. You got to be able to adapt to change. You got to see what people are liking, what are they sharing, what are they watching, see the views, see the comments, see how many likes on a specific post. If it's high likes, high comments, high shares, that's something that people will like to see. So you might want to adapt your post to something like that. Also, you got to stay within the platform guidelines. Don't spam people. What they don't want is for you to copy and paste the message and send it to all your friends through the DM. That's a spammer right there. And then what they'll do is they'll mark you as a robot, and then they'll put you in something called Facebook jail, and then your account's gonna be locked. Right? So you don't want your account locked, and that's the way to lock it. If you just copy and paste the same message over and over and over. You've got to be real. You've got to be authentic. Whenever you're posting, if you're having a great day, post you're having a great day. If you're not having such a great day, post that you're not having such a great day, but also post, hey, but it's not going to be like this. It's just today. Tomorrow's another day, right? You can do stuff like that. So people want to know that you're a real person, not just there for business, right? That stuff is old. That stuff is old. Like people, they think about it. If you see a post or if you see somebody trying to sell something on the internet, are you just going to stop and read what they're doing, or are you going to scroll on by? And most people are just going to scroll on by, right? So you just got to be very authentic, be very real. Share family stuff, share your personal life, share your thoughts of what's going on, share your excitement about your business. You can do that, and be transparent. All right. So these are the 6 here, and keep it positive, like we talked about. All right. So here's the steps. What you need to do. Number 1, you've got to clean up your page. So what I found is Facebook is the best platform to use for everything that we do. So you got to clean up that page. So this is what you got to do. You got to remove all of your WFG friends, and this will help you find prospects. Only keep your really close friends and your upline. You're like, wait a minute, but they're my friends. Yeah, but we're using social media to prospect new people. If they're already in WFG, they don't need to be your friends on social media. That's why we have GroupMe. right? So GroupMe is for your WFG friends. Social media is for all your new prospects, right? So let me give you an example. So what you want to do is, I found the desktop is the best way to do this thing on your laptop. The phone, the app is good for commenting, liking posts, sharing posts, posting selfies. But everything that I'm going to teach you guys, the desktop version is the best way to do it. So here we go. So what you want to do is, when you go to your desktop version, you're going to see your name right here. Let me get my little pointer. You'll see your name right here, and you'll click on that, and this is your profile. So then you're going to find the section where it says friends. You're going to click friends, and then you're going to go through all your friends, and you're going to see who's WFG, who's like somebody that's out of WFG. Go through all of them. Every single person that's part of WFG, start removing them, right? And how do you do that? You just, let's say this is my sister, right? So you go here, and then you click on friends, and then you just unfriend. Boom. And then they're gone, right? But they're gonna get their feelings hurt. Just send them a message and just say, hey, I'm using my social media for prospecting purposes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you click on friends again, and you're going to click, where'd it go? Did they change it on me? Hold up. Click on friends. There should be a button that says find friends. Hold up. Because when you start finding, oh, no wonder I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to go to my page again. You're going to click friends. And you're going to click here, find friends. So whenever you find friends, see how it says friends in common? 201 mutual friends, 17 mutual friends, right? 1 mutual friend, 13 mutual friends. So if you have too many WFG friends, like this one, I already know something. Let's see. They're probably WFG, right? 201 mutual friends. I still got to clean my friends list up, right? So all these people are all WFG. So I already know this is a WFG agent. I'm going to delete that. I don't want that request, right? Oh, these are friend requests, but people you may know right here. So see, I can add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend. Like you can add all these people right here. So all these people know somebody that you know. And it's more likely that they'll add you because you have friends in common. The more friends in common that you have, the more likely you are going to be able to have them add you as a friend. Also, do not accept friend requests from other bootleg companies. They're just going to try to recruit you. They're going to try to recruit your friends. They're going to taproot your friends, and they're going to recruit those people that you're already talking to. So don't add them. If they're from another company that does something similar of what we do, don't add them. Do not accept friend requests from other WFG agents. You're using social media to build relationships with people you can recruit. We just talked about that. Also, remove all unprofessional posts. So what you want to do, you're going to want to go into your profile, and you're going to want to scroll down, and you're going to go through all your posts, right? People love dogs. So I posted a picture of my dog. He's so sick right now, right? But go through your stuff, and if you see something that's inappropriate, just click on those 3 little buttons and move it to the trash, right? Get it out. If you wouldn't want your mother to see it, your father to see it, your kids to see it, grandkids to see it, your clients to see it, your new business partners to see it, it's got to go off, right? So you got to clean up the process. You got to really, really go in there and clean up your page. Also, clean up your About Me section. Don't put all your work history. More simple is better. So mistake that I found a lot of people do is right here in their intro, they put their whole resume. I used to be a manager at this place, a manager at that place, a worker at this place. Like, don't do that. what you're trying to market yourself is as a financial professional. So I just put that I'm a senior marketing director at Pinnacle. And then boom, they click on that, they'll see the Pinnacle Leadership Development page. I put where I live, and that's it. Super, super, super simple. And how do you do that? You're going to click on About. You click on About, and then right here's where you can add stuff. Like it's going to say add your work, add your high school, add your college, add your relationship status, like all that stuff. So you can add all that information right here on your About Me section. So just make sure that's cleaned up, it's professional. Also remove photos that don't represent your brand. If it doesn't represent who you really are and who you would want to be, again, remove those pictures from there. Just clean up, clean up, clean up. Step number 2, you got to build your brand. So basically, you got to put up a good profile picture, and it's a representation of you. You got to be professional. So right here, I have a selfie. So I've tried it both ways. I've tried it to where I've had a suit on, and I've had it without a suit. And what I found, the picture without a suit is better, because when I had it with my suit on, then right away people knew that I was trying to sell them something. And it was like, whoa, because who likes salespeople? Nobody likes salespeople. So once they see that business suit, they're like, oh, I already know what you're hitting me up for. Like, no, thank you. No, I'm not going to accept your friend request, right? But when I did this, I got more engagement through that. So this profile picture is for you only. So the big mistake people make is they try to put them and their family or them and their honey right here. No, because that's your thumbnail. Your family goes on your cover page or your passion or whatever you're trying to, so my passion is this business and speaking, and so I have a picture of me speaking at the office, and then I have my profile picture right here. But you could put your family on this cover photo, and then you just click edit cover photo, and then boom, you could put it up right there. Let's see. Your About Me section. So right here. Right here is my About Me. I have on a mission to educate families financially and help them start their own financial company. That's my brand. That's what I stand for. I love this business. I live and breathe this business. This is what I do. This is me. So that's what I have on my About Me section. You gotta think about, what are you passionate about? What drives you? What conversation can you have? If I said, all right, you got 30 minutes to talk about this topic, and 30 minutes is not even enough time because you'll go over time. That is your passion, that is your drive, and that's what you want to attract, right? And you want to find people that are like-minded, because it's going to be super easy to have a conversation about your passion versus try to force something that's not your passion. Next thing is think about your brand. There you go. What do you stand for? What do people know you for? You got to add value to your audience, okay? What I found, because I've been studying other network marketers. I've been studying other people that are successful in network marketing. And what I found is their whole mission is to help people. Their whole mission is to save lives. Their whole mission is to give value and not take. So don't be a taker, be a giver. So the more you give, the more value you give. Don't think of people as a target. Don't think of people like, you're my next recruit, you're my next client. Like, do you want a target on your back like that? No, right? So we don't treat people like that. And I find when you're genuine and you come from a place that you really want to help, that comes out, and they're more likely to be willing to have a conversation. Like, don't have an outcome. So add value to your audience, post articles, post positive videos, post, just stuff that people would want to share. Post 1 to 2 times a day minimum, and be sincere, be yourself, okay? And I found when I started using that strategy and not more of a hunter, man, I got attracted a lot more people to me when I started doing that, right? Because it's like, hey, Good picture with your kids. Where is that at? Hey, I saw you went hiking. Where did you go hiking? Oh my God, I love hiking. Like, where is that location? I need to go see that location because I saw you had waterfall, and that's it. And the more conversations like that you have, the more the wall goes down, and the more open they are about talking about business. Once you got them on that level. Um, so next thing is you got to post things that are in alignment with your brand. You got to build your base. So what does that mean? A lot of written posts. People like written posts. What I found is if you post a selfie and a written post, it's more likely to get likes than just a straight written post because people don't like to read. Okay, people don't like to read. But if you post a selfie, they stop. So for instance, this is what I mean. So if I go to my profile, here I am. So I posted a selfie, and then I posted this as a written post. Success requires a price to be paid. Nothing good comes easy, right? So just something positive, and then here we go, right? And so I just posted this. So I got 5 comments so far, right? I got 2 people that liked it so far. But what I've noticed is selfies. 13 likes, 3 comments. Okay, it could be better, right? People like positive stuff. Happy Monday. So instead of posting Monday sucks, Monday's freaking awesome, right? Also, photos are good. Infographics with pictures and quotes, that's good. Surveys, people love surveys. So you can take a quick survey and post that on there, and then people will start liking and commenting. All the likes and all the comments are all your prospects, right? They're all your prospects. What you want is you want people to like your post and comment on your post so that it attracts people to you. And now you have a funnel of people coming in, and now you got prospects to talk to. And so you can use videos in your stories. Humor. Fridays are really great for humor because everybody's feeling good on Friday. It's the weekend. They're happy. So post some funny stuff. What I do is I Google humor post or Friday humor, and then I'll post that stuff every now and then, right? So Mondays I use it for a positive post. Hey, it's the start of a new week, right? It's a great time to reset. Happy Monday. Fridays, hey guys, happy Friday. Here's something funny for the weekend. Have a great weekend, right? You could even take it to where it's like, I posted a video one time where it was like, hey man, I can't believe that people are working their entire lives just to wait for the weekend to have 2 days of freedom. Like, man, if that's you and you're looking for a way out, shoot, I may have something for you. Click, done, that's it, right? Questions, people love questions. One question that I posted, hey, when this pandemic's over, where's the first place that you're gonna travel to? Or where's the first place that you're gonna go? And then I started having all these comments of people wanting to travel the world and wanting to do this and wanting to do that, right? Prospects coming to me not having even to go to them. Quotes, people love quotes, positive quotes, anything you read in your personal development time. That stuff is good to post as well. So those are the things that people are liking and commenting and sharing. That's what's been working right there. Another thing is group texting. This is awesome. So you know how we group text through the text messaging system, and when we meet somebody, right, we got a group text and we got it going on? The problem with that, well, it's still good, but the problem with that is I don't know who I'm texting. I don't know who you are. I just basically, and then when we're fast starting, hey, tell me some good things about this prospect. They can't even think about what to tell you about them. Well, with here, check it out. You go to Messenger, let's say Armando Palomino, right? Let's say Armando Palomino, and then let's say I wanna, hold on. So let's say right here, I'm gonna create a post, right? I'm gonna create a group text. So let's go here. I'm gonna write. So I'm gonna say Armando Palomino, right? So that's my trainer. And then let's say I want, this person. So now it's the group text going on, right? So here we go. Let me see. Am I friends with Tyler? Tyler Osborne. Yes, we are. We can test this. All right. So guess what? Right? Then we can do the group text. Hey, how's it going? Blah, you're typing, right? Send. The cool part is now I got Tyler's profile right here that I can click on. And now I can see who am I talking to, right? If I want to see Armando's profile, who am I talking to? I click on them. Now I could see their profile if I want. So let's see here. Ah, shoot. Come on. Where'd it go? How do I get out of here? Hold up. So here it is. Right here on these three dots. All right. Hold on. It's because I got this. All right. So I go here, and then I can click on the. I go here, and then I can click on his name, and then boom. Here he is. If I was prospecting, this is what I'd be thinking. Macho family, right here. He's married. He's got his kids. He's all about family, right? And then I can start seeing what they're about. I can go into their profile, if they're family oriented, if they're positive, if they're negative, and then I can start seeing who am I talking to versus a text message that I don't know who they are, right? Social media is freaking awesome with this group messaging. So you can create them group message, and then they go into your messenger, and now you can go in and have those conversations through the messenger. I wish I could go more in depth, but I'm trying to give value, but be as fast as I can too. So this is the secret right here. Find, add message. If you don't remember anything about what I'm talking about, remember this. Find, add message. This is how you prospect. It's just like prospecting. It's just virtually. See what you can compliment people on based on what they share. And remember, you're adding them to create a connection, not invite them right away, right? Because how many times have you been on social media and people are hitting you up like, hey, join my opportunity. Hey, check out this product. Hey, look at me, right? How about, hey, I saw you have kids. That's awesome, right? How old are they? Right? Give value. And so, for instance, another thing is search people based on your brand and your likes. You can use Facebook groups. You think about what your team what you want your team to look like, and go talk to those types of people, and add people that have friends in common. So this is how you do it. This search button is money. All right. So you click here, and let's say I want to find people that work at Wells Fargo, just like Armando. Wells Fargo. Well, here's Wells Fargo. But right here, it says people. So I click on people, and this is everybody that's associated with Wells Fargo right here. And if I want to take it a step further, if I want to go to Texas and prospect in Texas, I can prospect in Houston, I can prospect in Dallas, I can prospect in San Antonio. So let's go to Dallas. I'm going to click Dallas, and here's everybody that works with Wells Fargo in Dallas, Texas. So let's see. Let's just pick one. Becca. Boom. So Becca, she works at Wells Fargo Dealer Services, right on the auto side. She lives in Dallas, Texas. She's from Monterey, California. I'm close to Monterey, right? What is she? Happy Mother's Day. That's her mom. Let's see. Any kids? I'm looking for kids. I'm looking for husband. I'm looking for what's your lifestyle. Let me see all your photos. What do you share? What do you do? You're obviously probably hiking. You like hiking, okay? So maybe you're an athlete. Maybe you're competitive, right? She likes the beach. So there you go. So now I know everything I got to know about Becca, and then all I could do is probably add her as a friend. But her account's private, so I can't add her as a friend, right? But if I could, I would add her as a friend, and then I would just type, "Thanks for connecting. I look forward to seeing more of your posts. I saw that you went hiking. That place looks awesome, right? Look forward to connecting." Boom, that's it. And then every time she posts, I'm gonna like and comment. So for instance, let's say my natural market is credit repair specialist. Credit repair specialist. So I'm gonna go click credit repair specialist. I'm gonna click people, and let's say I want credit repair specialist in my city, San Jose, California. Bam, here they go. So one person, all right? So that's not cool. Let's take off specialist. And same thing, go to city, San Jose, California. Here they are, credit repair. All the people that do credit repair. So like they say, think about what you want your team to look like and go talk to them. Now, before, we'd have to go to the malls, go to the gas stations, wait around, right? Make an excuse to talk to somebody. Shoot. Now, it's so easy. I mean, I bet you I could hit this guy up. Let's see, I've already sent him a friend request. Just anybody, just same thing. You just click the profiles, you look. Because when you're out and about it and prospecting, you wouldn't know that this guy likes rock music, right? Or something like that. You don't know that. You have to find that out. Here, you just look at the page and you see who they are. Look at right here. Would you add this person? Of course not. I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. So now I can see what this guy's, mindset is, right? So just find people through the search engine, add them as a friend, and then you're going to message them, "Hey, thanks for connecting. I look forward to seeing more of your posts." Find something that you like about them. "Hey, I see you're all positive. I see whatever." Compliment, 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 and then boom, done. Right? Add people from the same city as you. So we just went over this. Another thing, online engagement is don't just add people to have more friends, add people that you're actually going to engage with. It's about quality, not quantity, right? So who cares if you have 5,000 friends if you're only going to talk to 100, right? So you gotta add, be specific on who you want to add. Also engage, don't just like posts. So don't grab your phone, scroll. That's not gonna work. So you gotta actually see the comment, you gotta read the post, and then you gotta comment on them. So people love compliments. If you haven't read How to Win Friends and Influence People, you have to read that book. Because everything you learn in the How to Win Friends and Influence People book, you apply it to social media, game changer. You're making friends, right? It's all about complimenting, using their name, like all the stuff they talk about there. And then also what happens is the more you engage, the more you like, the more you comment, the more your posts are going to be visible. Because what social media wants, it's used to be social. So if you get more engagement, more likes, more comments, and you're commenting and they're commenting back, that tells social media, hey, this post is hot. There's a conversation going. Let's put it at the top of the feed so more people can see it. And it goes in like layers. So what you do is it goes first to the friends that you have. And if your friends start liking and commenting, then it goes to a second layer, which is their friends. And then they'll be able to see it. And then it just expands and expands. The more likes, the more comments your posts get, the more visibility it'll have, which is good. You want your post to be seen as much as possible. And that's the secret. That's the algorithm. People love emojis. You got to use them in your comments. Put the clapping hands, right? Put the hearts. Put the high fives. Use the GIFs. I don't know if you call them GIFs or you call them GIFs, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So just use those, and it causes humor. right? It causes people to laugh, and people are going to react with the laughing comment if you put something funny up there, right? Reply to comments that you get. Remember, you're building relationships. It's all about building relationships, building relationships. Use the messenger to communicate privately. Do not have conversations in the feed. So if you're going to talk about your business, you use them in the messenger. So if you go here, right, people are going to comment on your post. So if they comment on your post, don't start talking about your business right here in this section. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, let's say for instance, I want, like, you know, you click on them, or you click over here, and then you click a message, and then you're going to send a message to them about your business there. Okay? So because what's going to happen is if you put in the comments, everybody's going to see. And if you have somebody that's negative, they're going to want to throw in their 2 cents and then mess it all up, right? Your goal is to get likes and comments for visibility and engagement, like we talked about. Do's and don'ts. All right, here's the do's and don'ts of social media. Do reach out to people. Do care before you share, right? Don't be a hunter. Be someone that builds relationships. Do connect and compliment with people. Do create curiosity. So how do I do that? So every single Tuesday and Friday, I post this kind of stuff. So if I got ring earners on the GroupMe's, I'm posting that. Peter Lee just hit his 750 ring, right? This person got their $50,000 watch. This person got their $50,000 watch, $50,000 watch, $50,000 watch, right? And you know what I like about this thing is right here, these are my real viewers, 35 viewers. So all these people are watching. And I'm noticing it's the same people watching my story every time this stuff. So they're curious. They might not say something, they might not like it, they might not comment, but they're watching. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start to build a relationship with these people. I'm not gonna prospect them. I'm not gonna like target them and start talking about my business. Like let's say this girl right here. I'll click on her. I'll click on her profile. Let's go to her profile and see what she's about. So she's a notary. Yep. So I'm gonna go to her about section. I've had a conversation with her. I know she's a notary. So so here we go. Right? She's a notary. She has an insurance business. I might send her a referral. Right? She does fingerprints for the licensing. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give her a referral, and then I'm for one. That's how I would prospect this person, right? And then just start to build a business-to-business relationship with her. Just have a conversation. What I'm looking for, that's why I post those stories, and I use that for that, because every single time. So like for instance, 65 viewers right here, right? These are 65 people that seen this post. So these are all my prospects right here. Bam. And I could see their pages. Keep things simple for your teams to duplicate, and don't be a WFG billboard, right? Because what I've noticed is every time I post a post about life insurance, $1 Million Baby, all this stuff, guess how many likes I get? 0. But when I post a selfie and I post positivity, guess how many likes I get? A lot more than 0. A lot more than 0. So people like that stuff. So I'm not going to be a WFG billboard. I'm not going to spam people, right? Hey, join my opportunity. Hey, check out my video. Check this out. I ask for permission first. I say, if I'm going to send the $1 Million Baby, I'm going to do it in the messenger. I'm going to say, hey, I noticed you have a daughter, right? She just had her 1-year-old birthday, right? Or she just had her birthday. Like, oh, hey, that's awesome. Hey, have you ever thought about doing a college savings for her? Well, yeah, I've actually have. Hey, if I would share a video that gave you more information, would you watch it? Yeah, and then I'm gonna share a $1 million baby video with her, right? And then bam, and then that's a conversation starter. It's not spammy. It's a real question. Um, don't throw up all over your prospect, right? Don't do that stuff. Don't send unsolicited videos or links. Don't be sophisticated or too technical in building your profile. You want this to be duplicatable. Simple, 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 simple. Right? Simple is better. Don't talk about products, companies, or WFG in videos. That will get you terminated, right? That will get you in deep, deep trouble if you start talking about products, companies, or WFG, right? Don't do that. You could talk about, hey, I'm so glad to be in an opportunity that I'm able to help clients. I just helped out a client. They were in one of my programs, and they needed some money to because of this pandemic. So glad that just filled out a form, and bam, they were able to take out money from their account. Right? That's awesome. Hey, I just did an annual review with one of my clients. Man, they got some really good interest, higher rates of return than what you would get at a bank. Yeah, no problem. But I don't mention it's an IUL. I don't mention anything. It's just curiosity. Um, don't give any financial advice on posts or videos, right? These last two will get you in deep, deep trouble with WFG and compliance. So be very, very careful about that stuff. All right. So I've got like 1 minute, but I'm going to just go through this real quick. Basically, what this means is if you share stories about your clients, if you share stories about how grateful you are to be part of this company, right? Talk about like the benefits of being associated with this company, how it's changed your life, how it's changed your family's life, where you started, how you are now, who you are as a person now. Like share that kind of stuff. Like do a quick video and put it on a story, right? Do a Facebook Live and do that. Do share the benefits about our products and services. Don't name the company. Don't name the product. Just maybe some benefits, right, of the products. I wish I could give more examples, but just I got to get to another meeting real quick. But this is another strategy where you're building rapport, you compliment them, right? You're creating some kind of common interest with them, and then you can share your website with them. Hey, if I would share, I just started my new website. Could you give me some feedback on it? After you've created relationship with them, you can do that stuff right there, right? We're still good. All right. We've talked about that. So just take pictures. I'm planning to do a social media like workshop that I'd be willing to open it up to you guys, so that way I can show you like exactly how to do it and all that stuff. So I'll just open it up to questions right now because I've got like 3 minutes or so.
We'll respect Jose.
But I wanted to make sure I shared exactly what to click, how to find the prospects, like the core stuff. Obviously there's a little bit more, but I'd be willing to do something else for you guys for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jose. And Tyler, Sean, you guys have any quick questions just for Jose before he jumps off?
Absolutely. First and foremost, thank you, brother. Highly appreciate you for taking the time out today to go ahead and train us, because I know every single one of us on here can get much better at social media for sure. So I know you mentioned before, once you add them, you go ahead, like once they accept your friend request, you go ahead and send a message, thank you for connecting with me, yada, yada, yada. You send that through a direct message, not through where everyone can see?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Correct. Yep, and if they don't see it, then maybe that kind of a message I could post in a comment if they don't see it, because some people delete their messenger, so that's kind of hard, right?
That makes sense.
But if they don't see it for a couple of days, then I might throw a comment there. And my goal is just to like and comment. until they like and comment back on your post. Now you know you have a connection, and now you know you can drop the message.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So after they've liked and commented back on your page, you can kind of reach out to them to talk about like how would you go about converting it from building that relationship to the business aspect?
Third party. Third party.
What do you mean?
So it's always like, hey, right now, you know, let's say I met someone in Texas. Hey, I'm actually going to be expanding my business right now in Texas. I'm not sure if you know anybody that's currently looking for more work, you know, because I am looking. So I third party. So it's never about them. It's about who did they know. And then they're going to be seeing all my posts and all my stories and all that stuff. So if they know that I'm looking, they're going to be like, well, yeah, because I've gotten those comments like, hey, I've seen that stuff that you post. Is it for that? Is it for that? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. Is we're on a huge expansion phase, and I don't know if you know anybody. And some girl, she was like, I'm not open. I don't know anybody, but you know what? Post something that I can share. So she was now she's sharing my post now. When I posted like $1 million baby, and now she's sharing it. Hey, if you have any kids and want to save for the future, hit Jose up. And now I'm in her network, right? Because I created that relationship first.
Yeah, that's money. Thank you, bro. You just game changer. I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Jose, that was actually what I was going to ask too. Same thing was, how do you bring about the conversation about the business? So you just kind of answered what Tyler already asked what my question was, because that's kind of like, you do want to be genuine with people and genuinely care, but at some point you have to pull a trigger on something. You know, we're doing it because we obviously want to help them or help money. So what are some cues? What are some of the cues that you see? So you do third party, but is there some cues that some of them do that where, you know what I mean, to make you kind of focus on certain individuals?
I've noticed too that the $1 million baby is money, because most people don't care about them, but they love their kids, and they want to do something for their kids.
Okay.
So what I'm finding is I like and comment, and once they start liking and commenting, if I notice they got kids, then I talk about the $1 million baby. That would be direct, right? But you'll notice every single time you post, and if that same person is liking and commenting, you already know you got a connection with them.
Got it.
Like you'll feel it, like
yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about. Like you'll feel it, you know. And like I said, I would love to do. I'm gonna do a workshop where it's gonna be very specific. I'm gonna show you guys like conversations I've had and like how I got there and like just break it all down.
Awesome. I know you got to go. One more quick question. So what has been your conversion ratio from what it used to be cold prospecting versus what you've been doing now? Like what are the, like how big?
100%.
Wow. Okay.
If I want them, I'm going to get them as a client, or I'm going to get them as, it's the three bases. They're going to give me referrals, they're going to give me a client, or they're going to be my business partner. Like right here, I have on my board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that I'm targeting. I've gotten 50% of them so far. So far, they've already gone onto the BPM. They've already paid their $100. They haven't signed and died. They're still engaged. They're still around, right? Because I have a relationship.
Yep, that's money. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jose, I appreciate it, man. I know you're going to jump onto the next Zoom, so let me know when you're going to do that workshop, and I'll open it up to the. I'll have like a contest to see who qualifies for it.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Hey. I appreciate you, Jose, man. Thank you again.
All right, no problem, man. We'll stay in touch, bud.
All right. Merry Christmas, man.
All right. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was awesome, guys. I know that was a little bit of faster paced training, but what our goal is to do is to get you guys the most tools possible to get you the highest success rate possible. Jose had studied and did a lot of back office work to get that kind of structured. As you can see, everybody that we have trained is prepared to give you guys some value. And I hope you guys are starting to understand that, we come on Wednesdays, not to just kind of, hang out, but it's just to get you guys better in business. And I'm glad you guys are separating yourselves already by being here, by the way, because there's a lot of people that, chose not to because they say, hey, I can't jump on a Zoom, it's holiday week or holiday month. They're having a holla month, not a holiday, right? So remember that Christmas is next Friday. It's not December 16th, right? So you'll see that, and that's where you, as a business owner, you start to separate yourself here, right? You start to really pull away from people who aren't, serious about, number one, getting financially free. Number two, getting out of debt. Number three, building a business that's going to pay you residual income for the rest of your life. So that's where we want to get your mindset at, and I want you guys to be knowing that every time we have a training, we're going to bring value, or we're going to bring somebody who's going to bring value, right? So we're not going to waste your time. We're not going to waste our time. We're going to give you guys what you need to win here, and I'm excited for that. So I'm going to have Sean play this real quick video. It's 26 minutes long. We're not watching all of it, but what I want you guys to see is who it's by, right? So one of the individuals that is on here, the gentleman that's going to be speaking, he is literally built his social media platform tremendously. He uses all of them from, Facebook to Instagram to LinkedIn as well. But what he's going to talk about, he's one of the top brokers in our company. He built his empire here. He's worth over $400 million. I'm sure some of you guys already follow him on social media. He has great interviews with inspirational people. He helps shift your mindset. So a lot of people that, come in here with an employee mindset, listening to Ed Milet helps you convert your mindset from, that 9 to 5 to, all right, I'm going to build something so I can now take back my time and not 9 to 5 and not have somebody else own my schedule. Because that's why we're all here. We're all here to get free. We're all here to become independent of somebody telling us what we can and can't do. And most importantly, we want to win. So I'm going to have Sean go ahead and cue it up. We're going to watch about 10 minutes of it. And then if you want to watch more of it, I'll give the full video to you. It's a great video to watch first thing in the morning to set your mind right, to set your day right. So Sean, go ahead and cue it up.
All right, give me just 1 second here. There's probably like an ad here real quick.
Friends would walk up to me and just be like, what the fuck is in your mug? And I would just tell them, it's mud.
And guess what? This is going to be the most blissful separating season of my dadgum life, because I'm going to honor these difficult times by coming out of this a better man. Welcome back to Max Out, everybody. I'm excited to be with you today because you get to spend the time with me. No guests this week. More and more people have been requesting that I go back to doing a little bit more of my original content where I'm sharing messages from me with you. So, every once in a while, we're not going to have a guest on, and I'm going to share some thoughts and strategies and ideas with you that I know can serve you. And so what I'm going to talk about today is separation season. Some of you heard me talk about this before, but I'm going to do it in a way that you've never heard about it. Right now is a time of year where you can really separate yourself. You can separate yourself from other people, your competition, but you can also separate yourself from where you are, from the standards you set. You can separate yourself from your current position to a new position in your relationships, your money, your body, your business, depending on the area that matters most to you. And so we're going to talk about that. It's difficult when you're competing, if you're an entrepreneur or you're an athlete, if somebody's ahead of you, it's difficult to catch them when they're at full speed. It just is. It's difficult. They're in front of you. They're running full speed, and you're chasing them down. It's difficult to catch at those times. Where you do catch people is during what I call separation seasons. And these are the seasons where some people begin to flinch. They get weak. They take time off. They relax. They get casual about their routine. Maybe they're not as sure about their standards as they once were. And when they do that, they flinch. Bam, you blow their doors off because you keep pushing and separate yourself during that time. You can separate from all kinds of different things. And again, I want to remind you, this isn't just about competing against other people. It's separating yourself from where you currently are, which is what all of you want to do. It's called growing. Growing is separating yourself from your current condition to the next level. whether that's mentally, emotionally, financially, as I've said. And so, but from an entrepreneur standpoint, from a business standpoint, from a family standpoint, nutrition, diet, we're entering the ultimate separation season, which is this window of time in the holidays. It kind of started around Thanksgiving, but it really begins to accelerate about the second, third week of December, when everybody starts taking time off. They start cooling it. They don't show up to work like they did if they're an entrepreneur. They're not really hustling. They start making all these excuses in their mind. Well, clients don't want to meet with me during the holidays, so I'm going to take a bunch of time off. Or everybody eats bad this time of year, so that's when I'm going to eat bad. Or everyone spends money during the holidays that they don't have. I'm going to do the same thing. And that's when they get weak. They flinch. And if you can get even more disciplined, more focused, you can begin to lap people that are in front of you. You know, here I am nearly 50 years old, and I can tell you I've worked hard all my career, all my life in different areas, but I really get excited during separation seasons. So I'm like, this is when they're at half speed, I'm at full speed, I can lap them. If I'm in front of people, I can lap them 2 or 3 or 4 times. And it's also where I've separated myself from the former me. You know, we're coming down to the end of the year. There's just so many days left when you're hearing this at the end of the year. And it's a chance right now to lean in at the finish line in so many areas. But what do most people do? If it was full speed sprint all year, this is when they start to jog and slow down. And, you know, I shouldn't eat that extra piece of cake. I shouldn't do this. And they get off their game. And so today's going to be about separating. I want the Max Out community, the Max Out universe, those of you that are listening to this, to take advantage of this, to get excited, to go, this is when I get them. This is when I get after it, right? Because in life, I've said many times, in life, we really will never exceed what we believe we're worth. We just never will. And so if you can begin to do things you think other people aren't willing to do, or maybe do things the former you weren't willing to do, you begin to believe that the new you deserves things other people won't get, and the new you deserves to get things the former you didn't get either. And so this is why this season is so critical. And I've stacked up maybe 30 straight separation seasons. There's other ones. There's summertime, right? There's times like that. And we're going to talk about some of that right now. And so, but right now is the big one. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Everyone gets kind of casual. Everyone slows down. And one day turns into 3 days, turns into 4 days. You know, Christmas is a holiday. It's not a hol a month. New Year's Eve is a holiday, not a hol a month or a hol a week. But people keep taking these hol a weeks and hol a months this time of year. And you get them. It's when you get the former you. It's when this new version of you emerges. So take advantage of this season. It's the greatest of all seasons. And I can tell you it's one of the reasons why, if I do have some good things going on in my life, is I separated during this time. I separated from the old me, and I separated from my competition. So let's talk a little bit about what some of those things are. Number one, right now, you know, in business, people are going to start slowing down. They're going to start doing all their planning for 2021. Here's the truth. Planning doesn't take that long. You can do planning in a pretty quick window of time, right? You need to get after it. You need to execute. There's 12 months in a year. There's 365 days in most years, right? But don't go start planning 21 days before the year on a plan you could have done on New Year's Day anyway. You know what I'm talking about. Let's not make any excuses to do that. For you achievers, you want to separate this time of year. But there's a subtle thing that most people don't realize about themselves. If you're not a real competitive achiever type, maybe you're more of a belonger. I want you to hear me closely, because there's a lot of people that fit both descriptions. You like being on the team. You like being a part of a squad. You like being part of a family environment. You're kind of that person who loves to be a part of something, but maybe not lead something. You have a really hard time doing the work this time of year because unconsciously, subconsciously, listen to me, you don't want to separate. You don't want to pull away from the pack. You love these people that you're around. And so unconsciously and subconsciously, you start slowing down as to not pull away, even though you know these things could pull you away from the pack, because you don't want to leave people. You like the people that you're around. You're kind of that person. So if you're that person, you're going to evaluate that. Is there some element of you subconsciously or unconsciously who purposely doesn't do the things you know you should be doing to separate? Because you don't want to separate from where you currently are, and you don't want to separate from the group of people that you're around. And this is something that most people don't process. And so let's talk about some basic places you can separate. Number one, let's talk about your fitness. This is the time of year where people start missing gym days, don't they? Don't they? But you right now are going to make a conscious decision. I don't miss my routine. In fact, I double up on my routine. I'm not going to miss workouts. I'm not going to miss my gym sessions. I'm not going to make any excuses about parties or you know, stay home orders. Now, if you've got COVID or something like that, obviously you're going to be working out at your home or push-ups or some nature like that. But you're not going to use COVID as an excuse not to train or work out. if you can go to a gym, if you live where you can still go to a gym, you're not going to use holidays or parties as a reason not to do that. You're going to let other people miss those workouts. Other people. The former you would have missed this workout, the former you would have made a COVID excuse, the separating you doesn't do that anymore, and that's going to produce a better version of you. So that's one place you can separate. Nutrition this time of year. You're going to have all kinds of temptation around you, aren't you? About eating foods you probably normally wouldn't eat. But what do? We go, well, it's Christmas. Of course I'm not happy. But what if you could not? I'm not saying don't eat the dessert. But could you separate? What if you decided I'm just going to do it a little bit different than everybody else? Because I want to convince me I'm doing things other people aren't willing to do. I'm going to convince me I'm different from the former me and from the people potentially that I want to pass up. There's two types of people listen to this. One of you is like, I'd really like to change me and get better than the former me. And then there's the other ones who's like, I want to do that, and I want to smoke some people in life and business too. I'm competitive. Both are okay. But when it comes to eating, let's just say when those desserts present themselves, you know what I'm talking about, right? What if you say half the dessert? Maybe you're not so crazy you don't eat any desserts. You want to enjoy your life. The holidays are, eat half the piece of pie. It's the same flavor after the first 3 bites. That's what I found out. It's the same cake on the 5th bite it was on the 3rd bite, so I'll eat 3. It's the same taste, right? If it's going to be an unhealthy meal, it's going to be, turkey and stuffing and all that stuff around me. If you do that, or somadas, or whatever it is you're doing, tamales around Christmas time, the different foods that we eat in our cultures, the Italian folks with our lasagnas around the holidays, whatever your traditions are. It's not that you don't want to eat it, because you want to enjoy your life. What if you just ate half of it, right? What if you were in portion control? That's a way to separate yourself. So it's little things like that. It's when you're at the gym, it's the separation season of doing that one more rep that I talked about, the one more exercise. In fact, I have to share with you, I was at the gym today, and my gym has moved outdoors here in California. At least fortunate that the one I go to in Orange County, at least they moved their equipment outdoors. Many gyms have just shut down. And at the end of my workout, I was doing abs. Today was a shoulder ab day for me. And I'd done my shoulder workout and exactly what I prescribed. I did one more rep and one more in all of my different sets, because I believe in that mantra of one more. Doing one more separates me. Remember that one more, right? And so, but when I was doing my abs, I had picked 3 exercises I was going to do. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's separation season. Everybody's just doing their normal ab workout. I'm going to do one more exercise on my abs for a 4th ab exercise set. Separation. Does that improve my abs? Maybe, but it improves the way I look at myself. And when I left that gym today, I did stuff the old me wouldn't do, and I did stuff most people working out there aren't willing to do. I deserve at 49 years old to have the body of my dreams. So I'm convincing myself through what I'm separating that I deserve those things. I'm not in competition with other 49-year-olds, but I'm in competition with the 48-year-old me. I want to be more fit. I want to feel stronger. I want to feel more powerful, more flexible, right? More energized than I did. And so these little separator steps, you stack them up, especially in the season when everyone else isn't doing it, and it magnifies. So it's important not only to do separation season, because I'm challenging you to do that, it's important to give yourself credit and be intentional about it.
All right, awesome, guys. How many people want a copy of the rest of that? Pretty good. I'll get you guys that copy to finish it up. It's really, really good towards the end of it, especially. I think the message is good. I think the whole aspect of what we're here for is to win. So I think that's a great message. It's good people to follow as well. He has a great YouTube and podcast that he does. And I'll tell you guys, he's a really, really great, talented speaker. He really could get to you in all different ways and fires you up. So I'm excited for all you guys. I'll send the rest of that so you guys all have them as well. And I would definitely watch it, not only once, but multiple times, and follow him. He's a really, really good. And like I said, he's part of our company still. He built his empire based off of what we do back in when he was 21 years old. So, like I said, he can do it, we can do it. Just gotta put our heads down and work and look. And just remember, separation seasons are usually, at the end of Thanksgiving, and then for the most part, you kind of are starting to hear these things now, where people are saying, well, let me just do it right after the holiday, or I'll get started after the holiday. That's the common answer. What you want to do is be different. You want to take the road less taken, right? So let's make it happen. So I'm gonna have Tyler go ahead and kick off our recognition. And then we'll be all done. for the night. Go ahead, Tyler.
All right, awesome. Appreciate that, brother. Definitely appreciate that. So I have the ability to share.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so we got some good things going on. Definitely, I see, definitely see recruiting picking up. So let's go ahead and recognize some of these people real quick. So, Mr. Henderson, between last week to today, got a brand new business partner last night. So good job, Mr. Henderson. The business partner came from him inviting a guest to the BPM that Sean did last Thursday. So they definitely worked. So we definitely got to make sure we start getting more people to the BPM. And I don't know what the heck Sean said, but that guy was freaking fired up when I met with him yesterday. And Sean had said it too the day before. He's like, I'm going to take 2 energy drinks, 2 Red Bulls, whatever the heck he did. And he lit that thing on fire. So thank you very much, Sean, for delivering. And Mr. Henderson went ahead and got a brand new business partner from that. So let's give him a round of applause. Good job, Mr. Henderson. You're a double stud. Absolutely. And then, what's going on? Why do I only see you? There we go. All right, cool. And then Mr. Randy Roulette also got a brand new business partner yesterday as well. Probably the most important one he can get. He got some buy-in from his significant other, which is always a very good thing there. So she just like, you know what? I want to get licensed. I want to get trained. I want to do this business. So very good job, Mr. Randy. Good job, Randy. Awesome. All right, and then we had Mr. Rico. Right, Rico's a double stud. He got 2 business partners last Friday. Like within 5 minutes, I got one email and I got another email. Like, oh shoot, man, you doing this thing back to back, right? So he got some big things coming from Mr. Rico. So good job, Mr. Rico, on adding new business partners to your agency. Good job upon that. All right, and then we have Mr. Dillard. Mr. Dillard got a brand new business partner yesterday as well. His one of his best friends that he grew up with. That's from the military that wants to go ahead and do this thing big. So looking forward to them being in business together. That's probably one of the good things is having close people that you already have a close relationship with you in business. So you guys go ahead and build this together. And we'll also be hanging out, relaxing on Tropical Islands together too in the future. So that's always a good thing. Good job there. But not done yet. He also helped the family roll over $100,000 last week. Also did a term LB. He closed one today. And also did a $100 IUL as well. So good job, Joe. He's recruiting and he's producing. He's recruiting and he's producing. So good job, Mr. Dillard. Good job for those of you who went ahead and had some transactional things going last week. Super proud of you and kind of go from there. Good job.
All right, Sean, you got anything?
Yeah, you know what? I was going to put together a slide for this individual, but I didn't get the picture in time. So I'm going to brush up on that marketing. But you know what? This guy, he deserves a lot of credit. I have an individual that just passed his life and health exam out in Florida, Mr. Darrell Davis. Let's give him a round of applause. He passed his test. He was super excited. He's doing his fingerprints, I believe, in a couple of days. I think Friday. We already posted it to the state of Florida. So super excited about Darrell. And I know we have a lot of stuff. I'm talking with the team. We're pushing some stuff out, but we gotta tie up some loose ends that we need to do. But that's okay. So we still got a lot of recognition coming. And then next week or the next couple weeks, separation season, I'm gonna have multiple slides with multiple pictures of people getting new business partners and some new business. But I did want to give a shout out to Darrell this evening because that's a big deal.
Great job, Darrell. It's awesome, man. Out of Florida, it's awesome there. I know Tyler's has a lot of business partners out in Florida, so we got to get moving on there too. So awesome job. I want to recognize Mr. Jose, who just added a business partner today. So great job, Jose. And by the way, Jose texted me his calendar for the next probably 7 days. I looked at it, and he has over 20 HIs set up. So he's definitely taking advantage of separation season. And again, these are all going to be the seeds that, yes, Christmas is next Friday, right? Probably have that whole weekend off and all that. New Year's is the following Friday. But what happens after New Year's? Everybody wants to start something new. But the thing is that where you have to get really good at is being able to have a bunch of seeds ready to go and you're moving forward. Like, you don't want to get ready January 2nd. You don't want to get ready January 3rd. You want to be ready January 2nd. You want to be ready January 3rd. You want to have momentum going into the new year, right? Don't put the brakes on. Don't just do what everybody else is doing. or you're gonna end up how everybody else is being as well. And I know we have multiple applications that were placed in the pipeline by Kelly and her business partner Janelle. I believe they collected 4 applications last night. We're going to be doing an accountability call real quick on the licensing team, but definitely I know some things are coming. Tish is finalizing the rollover for over $360,000, so that's awesome as well. So we should be able to see that cash Christmas coming in, that cash money Christmas coming. So that's an awesome job by Tish. It's going to be great. But also what we're going to go ahead and do is, keep pushing forward. Everything's going to remain the same. Tomorrow we have Miss Rebecca opening the BPM, and then we have Mr. Mike Corrales closing it down. So that's awesome. So we're going to do that. Me and Tyler and Sean were talking earlier, and I was like, well, we could get everybody up and running, but the next 2 Thursdays, we're probably not going to have BPM. So this will be the last Thursday, per se, that we're going to have BPM, but the next 2 Wednesdays, let's go ahead and invite the guests to the Pinnacle BPM, which I'll post the link for those. So the next 2 weeks, we're going to have BPMs Wednesday nights, not Thursday nights, and we're going to leverage the Pinnacle hierarchy one. So let me tell you why you want to leverage these BPMs. Because when you get a business partner brand new on board, you can have them invite the first 3. What happens there is you leverage one of us to explain the business model, the business, the products and services, and then we get their interest level that they want to come on board versus just selling them a product when you go do a one-on-one with them or KTPs. So some of you guys aren't leveraging the power of the BPM with your new business partner. You should say, hey, go in here, watch what it is, give me your feedback after, right? Because what we're doing is just doing one-on-ones, and we're just trying to get the client versus actually explaining how the business works. So I think that's how we did a lot of our business partners back when we were face-to-face. So it's a great environment to invite to, but they get to hear from somebody else as well. So you're leveraging it. So awesome job to everybody who's getting recognized. I know there's a lot of great things. There's some people doing a lot, and there's some people doing nothing, right? So get yourself moving into the part where, again, are you separating yourself, or are you falling into the crowd with everybody else and taking the full time off, right? So appreciate everything in that regard. Does anybody have any questions, anything like that? If not, let's go ahead and have the certified field trainers on. Let's go ahead and have our meeting. Everybody else, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you guys next week for separation season. Let's keep it moving, right? So everybody else, stay licensed and certified field trainers, going to stay on. Everybody else, have a good night. All right. Cool. Awesome. So real quick, all we're going to do is kind of just get an accountability standpoint, see what you guys got going on. So I'll kind of just start off from our standpoint. So I just kind of mentioned a little bit of what Jose is doing. So Jose, how many appointments do you have in the next 7 days, and how many apps do you have turned in for the month so far?
So it's now going to be about 20 HIs between now and Monday. I have about 4 apps in the pipeline right now, and hopefully going to get some more done either later this week or next week.
Okay, perfect. Miss Kelly?
I have about 10-15 HIs coming up in the next 7 days. I have 5 apps in the pipeline. I put in 3 more today. I have 4 tomorrow.